The Justice Department has sued the state of Texas over its new 6-week ban on abortion, saying the law is unconstitutional. Brigida Santos joins me now to talk about the details. Brigida, for those who don't know, what are the abortion rules under the new Texas law?
The Texas Heartbeat Act prohibits abortions after the detection of an embryo's cardiac activity, which typically occurs during week 5 or 6 of pregnancy. Now, pregnancy is calculated from the first day of a woman's last menses, meaning 5 or 6 weeks pregnant is only 3 or 4 weeks after conception. And many women don't know they're pregnant at this very early stage. And also, many doctors won't even schedule a patient's first ultrasound until they're at least 8 weeks pregnant. So this law gives women little to no time to consider their options and allows private citizens anywhere in the country to file a civil lawsuit against people in Texas who assist a pregnant woman seeking abortion after cardiac activity is detected. This law was specifically designed to make private citizens the enforcers of the rules rather than government officials who are prohibited from enforcing the Heartbeat Act. And Mike, it's very important to note that male lawmakers cast the majority of votes in favor of passing the Heartbeat Act, since women only make up 27% of the Texas legislature. Meanwhile, an overwhelming majority of female lawmakers in the state voted in opposition of this bill.
Okay, so you've got the new bounty hunter law, which is they get $10,000 if they can create a case where somebody has helped a woman get an abortion, including have they driven that woman to an abortion clinic. And so look, there's so many constitutional issues. I think the Supreme Court in this case said ultimately they know it's going to go away. I think everybody got upset with the U.S. Supreme Court and their position on this, but truthfully, there were some technical issues that had to be resolved first, and that's all that's going on. Why did the DOJ say that it's unconstitutional? What's their position?
First of all, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland says the law violates longstanding Supreme Court precedent established in the landmark 1973 decision in Roe v. Wade, of course, in which the court ruled that the Constitution of the United States protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion without excessive government restriction. Now, the Texas bill does bar government officials from enforcing this law, so the DOJ is trying to get around that fact by referring to private parties who sue abortion aiders as agents of the state. We'll see whether that argument holds up. The Justice Department also says the Texas ban imposes harm on federal personnel by preventing them from doing their jobs when securing abortion access for people in the federal government's care.
What's the Supreme Court said so far? My reading of it is it's just, there's no finality to anything the Supreme Court said. That's why I watch these these talking heads on TV that acts like it's all over. It's not. This is simply, they've said we need an interim to figure out how the law develops in the state from some technical standpoints. What is your take on what the Supreme Court said?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So far, the Supreme Court has declined a request from abortion providers in the state to freeze the new rules, stating that clinics hadn't met the burden that would allow the high court to do so. And as you said, there are a ton of technicalities. However, the majority has also said that the court has not formed a conclusion about the constitutionality of this new law, and that the issue may now be brought forward in state courts. That, of course, would pave the way for the issue to potentially escalate back to the U.S. Supreme Court down the road. But for now, we're going to have to wait and see what happens with the Justice Department's lawsuit.
I don't think anything really changes. You've got this breathless ranting by people, what's her name, Joy Behar on or whatever her name is on The View, and just chumming everybody up as if this is the end. You almost can't watch it for the stupidity. This is not a big problem at all. This is just a matter of when is the Supreme Court going to finally make the determination, and they will. Thank you for joining me, Brigida.
Thanks, Mike.